Hey guys, here I am making another video. See, I told you I was back. You didn't get played like the last time or the time before that, or when I just stopped uploading without saying anything like 3 times. No. This is totally different. I'm obviously not doing that again because I totally know how to keep a schedule. I honestly didn't even want to film something today necessarily, because my face is just doing this. I never have acne, but I guess YouTubers have acne too on the camera. I hope you like my new backdrop. It's not necessarily going to stay or not. I may switch around between the other rooms of my house until I move, but I just thought I'd try something new, try to mix it up, make this video a little more visually distinct. So I hope you like it, let me know. So today's video is going to be about the video games that I've been playing, because as you might remember, this used to be a gaming channel, and while I'm not trying to go back to that unless there is massive popular demand, I do still play games regularly, and I do still have thoughts on them that I like sharing to people other than just my friends. AB? Why you gotta do that? Why are you yelling? So, with that said, here are the games that I've been playing a little bit of recently, or not a little bit. There's a few games, but I've been playing a lot of them, because I've had a lot of time at home, since Christmas and stuff passed. My job has been a lot slower. And so I've had a lot more time to just kind of chill and play games at home. And I've also been mitigating my hand problems a little bit better. And so again, while I'm not going to go back to playing games for entertainment purposes regularly, as in entertaining you guys, I do want to talk about them because I finally have good enough hands to actually play them for my own entertainment more than once a week. The first game, and this might sound, I don't know, childish? Question mark? I don't know, it depends on your familiarity. The first game that I've been playing a lot of recently is Bloons Tower Defense 6. I played an ungodly amount of Bloons Tower Defense 4 and 5 on my phones and computers in high school and college, and I kind of stopped doing that after a while. Just because, I don't know, I lost interest, my thumbs started hurting more, and I mostly played it on my phone. And so there were many times on the web versions, the installed versions, the apps, etc. of those games where I leveled myself up to ridiculous amounts and unlocked everything and then kept playing for twice that much or more, and then moved on to the next platform in a month or two when I stopped being burnt out. And I did that so much, as a teenager. And so when one of my favorite YouTubers, Aliens Rock, started playing Bloons Tower Defense again, and I'll put something up there, go follow Aliens Rock. He is literally my favorite YouTuber, a massive inspiration for the gaming YouTuber that resides inside my heart. But he started playing Bloons Tower Defense 6 when they introduced a challenge editor, and I haven't been playing custom challenges because I'm not experienced in that game and I'm not very good. And in fact, I hadn't ever played it until last week because I don't know if you can play that game in the browser. I'm assuming you can, but maybe not because Flash is ending. I don't know how they do browser games anymore. But I'd never played Bloons Tower Defense 6 because when I stopped playing that series in general, Bloons Tower Defense 5 was the newest game. And 6 looked so much cooler when Aliens Rock started playing it more recently, and so I decided to go and get it on Steam. The winter sale is happening as of this video's upload, and if that game is still on sale for that winter sale, it should only be like $5, so it's totally worth getting. It's a really good game. And so I picked it up, and I've been playing a lot of it. I'm like 9 hours in the last week or so, which for me is a lot. And it's so addicting. It is so much fun. Oh my gosh. I really like that game. I think that tower defense games get kind of a bad rap because the only people that ever talk about them anymore are people with nostalgia for older ones and people who take them way too seriously, like YouTubers that focus specifically on Bloons Tower Defense 5 or 6 or something. Because Bloons is the main tower defense series that people on the internet play, as far as I can tell. But I feel like playing them semi-casually, where you learn about the game as you play, you understand it, you can invent some strategy for yourself, but you're not laser focused on being the best player in the world, I feel like playing them semi-casually like that is really fun. And if you increase the difficulty beyond easy on any of the intermediate or higher maps. It really becomes more like a puzzle game, which I'm sure is why Aliens Rock, a puzzle game YouTuber, has been playing it, but seeing it through his lens really made me notice and appreciate that, and I've been loving it in that context. So I highly recommend playing Bloons Tower Defense 6. And the winter sale is still happening when I upload this video. Go get that game. If the winter sale is not still happening when I upload this video, just go get it anyway. I don't think it's very expensive, and I massively recommend it. Definitely gonna want that, and I lost. Not quite. Very close. I lost. I lost. I lost exactly down to 0 lives. Okay, this is a challenge. I like this. The other game that I've been playing a lot of recently is Walkabout Mini Golf. And you might be thinking, mini golf? That sounds kind of boring for a video game. And also, which one is that? Because there's like a billion mini golf games and like golf games that exist that are pretty bad. There are some good ones. I like Golf with Your Friends, but only in multiplayer. That's the only other one that I know that I actually like. But Walkabout Mini Golf is for the Oculus Quest and Rift. It's on the Oculus Store. And so I have an Oculus Quest 2. If I decide to record some gameplay to put here, you'll see that right now of me playing on my Quest 2. But I got the game for about $15. I think that's what it still costs in the Oculus Store. And it is so much fun. I bought my Quest 2 about like a month ago, right after my birthday at the end of November. And, it's like a $300 system, so I wanted to find something new and fresh to play on it that I would get sucked into so that I could really get my money's worth, at the very least, up front, right after I bought the Quest 2, so that I wouldn't feel like I wasted that much money on it. And trust me, I only played Walkabout Mini Golf for like the first week that I owned my Quest 2, and I played it every single day for at least half an hour, and the reason it wasn't more every day is because of my work schedule and finding a place in my house to play where I wouldn't be running into my partner and stuff. So it is ridiculously fun. The cool thing about this game is that it's all very cartoonishly, but like semi-realistically, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. 3D modeled, right? And because it's in VR, you can really walk around and lean over and look at stuff, and you can take a better, more in-depth look at the scenery. And while it's not going for you feel like you're at a real golf course, it's modeled after a real golf course, it does some of that. It does just enough that on most of the courses, it really does feel like you're in a real place. Suspend your disbelief in the way that most VR games require you to, and you'll find just a beautiful mini golf experience. I have a really rich history with golf video games because I've never played real golf, like non-mini real-life golf, in my life. I have never played it. I had a chance once, and I did not take it. And so I don't actually know what that feels like. But I've always liked the idea of the game of golf. And I've always loved playing mini golf in the places that I go with my parents and my grandparents when I was a kid. And so kind of combine those two things, understanding that I like mini golf and knowing that that will suck me into something, with the idea of I like the game of full-on course golf, but I've never played it. And golf video games that don't take it seriously, not PGA stuff that doesn't try to be realistic, really sucks me in. I used to play like Golf 16 or Pena, whichever name you know that game under. I played that for years. I don't know that game. I play Mario Golf and Golf Story with friends. And my newest golf game addiction is Walkabout Mini Golf. They have a wonderful Discord where the developers talk a lot to the players and communicate about not only their development process and bug fixes, but also they take any and all requests on how to improve the game or add something that would make the community happy. And they follow through. They're not just doing it out of courtesy. If you give them a realistic request and they think as a team that it would actually be something players outside of that Discord server would want to see, they will add it to their list of planned updates, and then they will fulfill it as an update. And I think that is amazing. Like, I'm always shy to request things from developers because I know as a computer science grad how hard it is to program stuff sometimes when it's not your vision. But the people who don't know that and do request stuff get their requests fulfilled sometimes, and the game gets better and better every update. So I highly, highly recommend it. Like I said, you can get it on the Oculus Store for Rift, Rift S, etc., or Quest and Quest 2. It works on both, and it's $15. I really think that if you have a VR setup, you should play this game, and you'd be surprised how much fun you can have with it. One more thing I forgot to mention about Walkabout is that it's very cliche and it's so last year now that it's 2021, but playing a game that makes you feel like you're at a mini golf course and has a pretty rich but like not necessarily realistic atmosphere makes you feel like you're outside. I feel like playing VR stuff that looks like real life or looks very close to real life doesn't quite make me feel like I'm outside because it just makes me feel like I'm in the real world. It doesn't feel like I'm playing a video game, which is cool for some experiences. Half-Life Alyx is one that comes to mind, but it doesn't make me feel like I'm doing something I couldn't while also being real. Walkabout fulfills that for me, and I've heard the same from other dedicated players. So if that's something you want and you want to stay COVID safe but feel like you're outside, I also recommend it for that. Okay, lightning round. Let me just mention by name with a quick description a couple of other games that I've played since the last time I made gaming videos that I think people might like. Manifold Garden. It's a really cool, trippy, dimension-related puzzle game that has gravity as its only mechanic, and it is surprisingly deep despite not adding very much complexity, so it makes you think without being hard to pick up. So I highly recommend that game. It has literally no written or voiced instructions at all, as far as I remember, and it is all taught to you by playing the game, which makes it very universal. So I highly recommend that game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is another one, the newer Modern Warfare, not the original. It's a Call of Duty game, so you kind of have to like those, but if you like those and you haven't played Modern Warfare, it is amazing. Like, I still, for the nostalgia's sake, think that Black Ops 2 is the best Call of Duty game, but not anymore. You can't go online and play that game without waiting for a really laggy room or getting hackers, right? So play Modern Warfare. It's really, really good. It might end up being cheaper soon because Cold War is out, and if you want to play something for free and you have a lot of hard drive space on your console or computer, Warzone, the Battle Royale mode, is free for download and incorporates elements of both Modern Warfare and Cold War. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to get a feel for those games without actually buying them, Warzone is the way to go. I'm sure you've heard about that already if you play games, but I just think it's cool, and I've been playing a lot of Modern Warfare multiplayer over the last 6 to 9 months. Duck Game. Hi, Lance. You're my friend, and you bought this game for me. I really appreciate that. It was a very nice Christmas present. Duck Game is a cool little platformer-style multiplayer shooter game, I want to say. You're just a little duck, and you move very, very fast, and you throw things at each other. It's got amazing controller support. I don't think it's cross-platform, but it is on multiple platforms. I know it's at least on the Switch and PC. It's very cheap and a really fun game to play with your friends. And because it's cheap, you can buy it for your friends as a nice little present. So I highly recommend that game. And earlier this year, I was playing a lot of the new Trackmania game. If you don't know Trackmania, it's a competitive time trial racing game, but it's not realistic like something like a Forza or Gran Turismo would be. It is arcade racer taken seriously. And I think that can be really, really fun. You'd be surprised how much you can get as a casual game player who's never played any serious racing games out of a game that claims to be a serious racing game. The entire game, all of its tracks, the official ones, are built out of pieces that you can build tracks with in the game's editor, including scenery and free grid placement and stuff. It's really, really amazing what the community does with Trackmania, the whole series dating back to the early 2000s. There is a free pass you can get for Trackmania 2020, and that's available on Ubisoft Uplay on PC. But if you want to play this game for free, where you get a more full experience, you can try Trackmania Nations Forever on Steam. Or if you're willing to pay and you only have consoles, you can play Trackmania Turbo on the last generation of Microsoft and Sony consoles, so Xbox One family, PS4 family. So I highly recommend Trackmania in all of its forms. They have never missed, and it is a beautiful game. Okay, so that was a lightning round. That was very fast. I'm a little bit out of breath. But those are all the games that I've been playing this year. If you have any more suggestions on similar games that I should play or things about those games that I didn't mention, let me know. If you want to see me make gaming videos, I'm not going to make it my main focus ever again, as far as I'm aware, but I could try something out. On the off chance that I do decide to game for your entertainment in the future, it will probably be at my Twitch channel, which you can find at twitch.tv/soulcloset2. Number 2, not the word. It's a complicated story. But I am affiliated over there, so I don't stream often enough. You probably shouldn't subscribe, but if you would like to send me some money, feel free to go over there and donate to my channel. That's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I promise I haven't stopped making videos. It's just gonna be infrequent because life is crazy right now. But I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye.